Hi, Michaela Harris here. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to make this video for you and give you some tips on what you can do to increase your brand awareness online and grow your business and get more customers. So these are actually not all the things, these are a vast majority of the major things that we do for our clients. So they're very, very useful and very effective. They do work. They're not everything that we do, but it is a good way to get started and start increasing that brand awareness for your company online. So I'm going to give you tips throughout this video, and then at the end I'm going to show you what that volume for your service areas looks like, and what kind or how many customers are basically out there looking for your services, and these tips are going to help you reach them. So I did see that you are in Leander. I apologize if I mispronounced that, in Austin, Texas. And I do see that you already have a website, which is great. One of the very first things that we do for all of our customers is make sure that they have all of their social medias in place and that they're being posted on regularly, making sure that they have a website and a Google business profile. So being in as many places online as you can is really important for reaching as many people as possible, because not everyone searches in the same way. However, the vast majority of people are going to search by looking by Googling it or searching on a search engine, Google being the biggest one. So it's really important to have a website and Google business profile so that you can reach those people as well. And that's going to be one of the number one ways for any service-based business to grow and reach more customers. So one thing is that on your website, you want to make sure that you have about 1,500 to 2,000 words of authoritative content. That content just being things about your business, and you want to have keywords throughout that. Now I'll explain what keywords are in a little bit, but those keywords are going to tell Google and other search engines what your website is about and what you need to rank for. And on your back pages, you want to have about 500 to 750 words of content with keywords through that as well. Now, with you serving different areas, Leander and Austin, having large search volumes each, it's really, really good idea to make sure that your main page is about your main service area. So whichever city you want to target, or whichever where your main location is. And then you want to make sure you have additional location pages for any other area that you serve. So for example, your home page could be about Austin, and you could have a back page for Leander specifically. And then you want to make sure, like you have here, that those different types of tinting are listed out so that people are able to differentiate between the different services, and you can target more keywords that way. What your website's currently doing for you is this. So this is going to show you your website statistics. So this is your URL here. Your UR and your DR is how strong and powerful your website is. So right now your UR and your DR is very, very low, meaning your website does not have a lot of power, which tells me that a lot of those backlinks that you have over 2,000 backlinks, which are just links from another website back to you. It tells me that a lot of those are probably not the best of quality. So backlinks influence how powerful your website is, and like I said, they're a link from another website back to you. You want those to be strong, relevant links. If they're irrelevant or they're not coming from a powerful, high traffic website, they're going to be a whole lot less effective than they would be if they were actually powerful. So if you look here deeply at these backlinks, there's probably going to be a lot in there that's not the best. So you want to focus on getting better links. Quality is way better than quantity when it comes to backlinks. The next thing is going to be those organic keywords. So you're actually being picked up for quite a few keywords right now, but it's important that you know which keywords are important, because certain keywords are actually going to bring in customers, whereas others are not. And I'll explain the difference in just a minute. And right now your website is getting about an average of 4 visits a month, which is actually really, really low. So your website at this point is functioning more like a digital business card rather than actually working for you and bringing in customers. If we take a look at your organic keywords, you can see here that a lot of these, so like window tint round rock, that's a good one. I would have an extra location page for that. 400 searches a month, and you're position 20, which means you're close at the bottom of the second page, if not on the third page. So window tint Leander, 50 searches a month, you're rank 14 for that. So you're not really ranking for any words that are actually going to bring you in customers. This right here is an actual business name, and so you're actually ranking kind of low on the first page for that, but not that many people know you by name, so you're missing all the people who don't. When someone comes in and searches, they're doing so when they type in these buyer intent keywords, so they look like a service in a city. And when they do that, those buyer intent words are going to be people who actually translate into customers. They're going to see the top 3 businesses in maps and the first page of organic URLs. 9 out of 10 people never going to make it to the second page. Most won't click more businesses. You want to be as easy as possible for your customers to find in order for them to utilize your services. If they can't find you, if they don't know you exist, then they're not going to use you. So what I want to show you here is your Google Business Profile. Now, when you do this to get in the top 3 of maps, you are going to want to, if you don't have one already, go to your apps, create one here and get verified. And then you want to get more photos, reviews, and citations than your top competitors. It's important that your name, address, and phone number stay consistent all across the web so that Google algorithms can match all of your different profiles with each other and know that you're the same business. That a citation is going to be anywhere that your name, address, and phone number is listed, like Yelp Yellow Pages, any kind of directory online. And you want to make sure that when you are getting photos that they are authentic rather than stock. Stock is fine, but you want to make sure all of your photos are optimized and geotagged if possible. And then of course reviews are going to happen over time. You just want to make sure every one of your customers is giving you a review, and you can even incentivize them by saying something like maybe 10% off your next service if you leave us a review. So next thing is, of course, that website is going to be what gets you here. About 75% of all this search is going to come and click on the first 3 links on average. So it's important to have your website ranking, and all of those tips I gave you on your website are going to help do that for you. So what kind of search volume is out there for you? Window tinting Austin, that one keyword alone gets 1.2 thousand searches every single month, which is insane. So if you ranked on the first page just for that one word alone, you're being put in front of over 1,000 people. Austin window tint, another 500. Window tinting Austin, 400. Window tint Austin, 300. Window tint Austin TX, 400. So you've got several thousand people in Austin alone looking for window tinting services. If you look at this KD right here, it just tells me that it might be a little bit more difficult to rank for Austin. It might take a little bit longer just because that KD is a little higher. That's how difficult it is to rank for a word. Not impossible, but it would take a little bit longer. So my recommendation to you would be to target those outer lying areas like Round Rock and Leander first. Reason being, because if you see this, window tint Leander, 50 searches a month, that KD is 0, you can rank for that pretty quickly. Window tint Round Rock, 400 searches a month, and that KD is 1, which means it's going to be pretty easy to rank for that word, especially when your competitors are not doing that great. So what I want to get across to you is that there is huge potential for growth for your company here. I really want you to see that. I really hope that these tips can help you start to achieve that. Of course, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I am a specialist in this. This is what I do for a living, and I do it pretty well, so I really would love to continue to help you. But of course, I hope that these tips were helpful. I appreciate you taking the time to watch, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend.